Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Stony Ridge Farm. Cheers, cows and coffee this Sunday morning. Garage door is shutting. We're going to actually walk up and see the cows today. For those of you who are concerned about me being a bit under the weather, I'm still a bit under the weather. A lot of traveling here lately, and my body says no. It doesn't like it. So we're going to put the dogs up. I've had the dogs out kind of playing with them a little bit this morning. We're all getting cabin fever because of this storm. So we've been out and about. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to check out the regular video this morning, it was a super awesome time. We're out in Montana. It's with Honda, trying out the new Honda Pioneer. You will love the video. I'll guarantee you, if you go on the regular channel after this, you will. Oh, I forgot to turn off my Starlink. Lost Mike. Dog Kitty is a bit of a strange kitty. Hey, kitty. Come here, kitty. It's a good cat, but it won't go on the porch and eat with the rest of the doggone cats. Hey, buddy. Are you thirsty, friend? I sound better. Thanks, Don. I feel a little bit better. I got a little bit more voice in me. We just had a nasty change of weather. Now, by the end of this video, will I sound the same? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. So the cows are up here. They're laying down in the pasture, but they were mooing just a minute ago when I came outside. So they're ready to move. We're a little bit early starting the live stream today, but that's okay. Welcome, guys. So I've got everything all set up. There is a lot of action that has to go on in the next couple days here with the cows, and they don't know this action has to go on. So I've got the fence set up to move the cows down to the pasture in front of the house. Okay, I have a farm sitter coming because I'm going to Worthington, Indiana to the farm fence forum so we can learn about fencing and take you guys along with us. So I've got to get the cows on the other side of the farm by Tuesday evening. Here we are on Sunday, and we're making plans for that. So today, I'm going to open the cows up to 2 large paddocks here. We're going to have more than we typically do, and I'm not moving them twice today. I'm only moving them once. I want to put a little bit of what I call food pressure on the cows because I'm running them through the working pens, and we're loading up Woolly Bully. I think we're going to load up Woolly Bully on tomorrow and take him back. And we're also going to be loading up 2 or 3 steers. I got in on the cancellation list. So we're going to load up some steers and take them to the market. All right. Will I have Stony Ridge beef for sale? Not yet, but I will keep you posted. Okay. So hang tight with me. Man, are we frozen? What's going on here? Let's see what we got. You guys still in here? For some reason, I'm not getting any comments. Seems like we might be frozen. Let's see. I don't know if we're frozen or not. Let's see here. Stand by, guys. I'm trying to fix this in case we are frozen because I'm not getting any more of your comments in here. Okay, come on, bud. Let's see if this helps. I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on. Hang tight with me. Now, we got you back. Sorry, I couldn't see your comments. They stopped coming in. So I just had to reload it. Thank you guys. Thank you for sticking around through my technological difficulties. Grab your coffee. Cheers. Happy Sunday. We're a little late drinking coffee this morning. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to turn the camera back around on the cows and we'll show you guys what's going on. You're going to notice these hay bales are out here and they're scattered a bit. I moved some hay bales around during the storm and I actually fed the cows some hay during the storm because I was afraid that trees were going to fall on the fence again. So we've got a couple bales of hay up here that we gave to the cows. They have access to 4 different paddocks right now. And that is with a purpose. The purpose is I needed a little bit more security. In other words, I needed to know that the cows were in a safe place. They had plenty of food and that no trees were going to fall on the fence that the cows were currently in. So welcome. We didn't go anywhere, Short Bus Mooner says. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up into this paddock right here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually open up into this paddock right here. But we need to go look at the hay that the cows had and see if they ate it or if they made a mess out of it. My thought process says they're looking for green grass right now and they probably made a mess out of it. So we'll step right on over here. Problems with the water. You guys saw the title. So the water, cattle water, is full. It's full because of what I've done here. We'll walk on up the hill. So the solar well does not work. It does not pump when there is no sunshine. Now we're getting a little bit of sunshine today, but not much, and we need a little more sunshine. So what I have to do, water pumps from the well to this tank right up here, and we're going to take a look inside the tank and see how much water the cows have actually drank over the past few days. The solar panels on each solar fence controller, and there's one right there, and there's another one in the middle of the pasture. Those solar panels don't charge when there's no sun. So we're running on battery power, battery backup right now. Morning, lady. Good morning. You know, you look like Cindy, but just a skinnier version. You look like Sleepy Cindy. How are you? Oh, man. All right, you see where they've been circling the water tank up here. It'd be a good idea for me to get some grass seed down right here so I can fix this spot up. So this is the water tank, water storage tank. We're going to take a quick peek inside and see how much water we have in here. Hopefully, we've got enough sunshine that this isn't going to be an issue. Okay. Don't want that. We'll open this up and get a bird's eye view. Oh yeah, they haven't drank hardly any water. You see the water levels right there. So literally over the last, I guess 2 or 3 days, the cows have drank very, very little water because of all the rain. It's been cool enough. They haven't been thirsty. So now let's look at the hay bale they made a mess out of. Both hay bales. Oh man. Yeah, they made a mess. This is still good. This is still good hay, and we're actually going to leave the cows in this paddock until they clean that hay up. There's a lot of good hay right here that the cows need to be eating versus going to a new paddock. So we're going to leave that alone for a little bit. I'm changing my plan. You got to be adjustable. If you want to farm, you have to be able to check your fly and adjust. So that is a mountain of hay that these guys need to poke through and eat. And then there's another bale over here. This is enough hay to last the cows for a day. So what we're going to do, Nadine, thank you so much for sending stars. Appreciate it. What we're going to do is we're going to close off this paddock up here. And it's pretty close to where the tree fell on the line. So we'll walk on up here. You hear the girls all fussy. They're just gonna have to fuss. Because they need to get in there and eat that hay. We can't let that hay go to waste. If I just leave it there, I'm wasting $50. No, not $50. I'm wasting nearly $100. We can't do that. So thanks, Michael, for letting me know that Nadine sent stars. And thank you, Nadine. Thank you so much. You see the cows I've just had this open for a couple days, and you can see, or well, one day, and you can see the cow trails they're already making through here. So we need to shut off this pasture, this section of pasture. Pretty simple. Grab your coffee. Cheers, guys. Now you see this water. This water is completely out of water, isn't it? Almost. Still got our goldfish in there. Everything looks great. But this one isn't fed via gravity. That's why the cows have to be down there. The gravity feed is just a little bit too high right there. I'm going to take this fence loose right here. We're going to block the cows off. Like I said, see the cow trails already starting? And this fence is hot, buddy. I just heard it pop. It is hot. Okay, we're going to hook on here. And we're going to hook right on here. And now they won't be making cow trails right through here. This is normal. It's pug marks. And we had 2.5 inches of rain, almost 3 inches of rain. We're going to get more rain today. So this is okay. This is totally normal. Totally normal. All right. So we'll grab our coffee. As soon as the sun hits the solar panels on the well, this tank will fill up within 5 minutes or so. And that's about 600 gallons of water storage right there. Okay. So moving right along. Come on down here and see what the girls are up to. This is Mona. Hey, Mona. Hey, Mona. Good morning. Now the cows are up here getting the hay, so check it out. Now, what should I have put the hay in a feeder, a bale feeder? Probably so in this case, but I didn't because it was pouring down rain and I was sick. They're fussy today. Who is that? That's Susie, and this is Butthead. Hey, Butthead, how you doing? Good morning. That's Susie being fussy right there. Got a little bit of fence issue going on right here. See a sag in the fence? I'll have to tighten that up. Really don't even need this section of fence right now. And I'll explain all this in just a second to you guys. Happy Sunday. Cheers. Morning. Morning, guys. So I put these hay bales out on a spot that was bare. There was one bare spot right here, and this is going to help restore the land. But it would be better if the cows didn't stand and poop in their own food. What on earth is wrong with that cow? Be quiet. Please be quiet. Goodness. Hurricane aftermath. Not too bad. Not too bad. You see how this hay's all rolled out right here? When we've got young bulls in the pasture, they rub and butt that hay bale and roll it all over everywhere. So that's why this mess is right here. Not wasting the hay. It was peace of mind that I was looking for more than feed for the cows. I wanted to make sure that they had plenty of food. This is Sweetie. Hey, Sweetie girl. How are you? I get cow kisses this morning. Good morning. All right. Now, there were no animals at that hay bale a minute ago. Watch. All of them will move from this hay bale over there in the next little bit. Morning, ladies. Good morning. So, I couldn't unroll this bale, and I typically unroll. Okay, I could not unroll this bale this morning or yesterday, because it didn't have the bale unroller on it on the ATV. And if I unrolled this, it'll get wet and the cows won't bother it. This is dry as a bone now, even though we've had all this rain. So we're actually blocking off more pasture, and we're not going to move the girls today. We want them to eat that hay, right? This is 202, secondly known as Knucklehead. 18, I think this is the first time number 18's ever touched me. 202 is a Knucklehead. This is the cow that's been, it's a young bull, and he's been testing the fence quite heavily. Cow number 18 right here is in heat. I can tell by the way that the animals are behaving around her, especially the little bull. So she is in heat. This is a bull, this is a steer. Steer is a bull without his man parts, but even the steer is very interested in number 18 right there. So she has got to be in heat. Absolutely. Absolutely. So number 20, this is Dad's cow, I think. Who we got here? Yep, Cody, number 11 is Dad's cow. Cody will be leaving the farm tomorrow. What's number 20 got going on with his eye? Let's look at number 20's eye real quick. Hey, fella, you doing okay? You doing all right? Huh? Good boy. Good deal. One tree falling from not much of a storm here in Michigan. We got several trees that fall every time we get a rainstorm, and we don't even get hurricanes here. Trees coming down across the road on country roads. Yep. Wooly Bully is still here. Where is he? He's right back there. Jay is, I'm not sure what you're saying there. I will say that I'm happy that only one tree fell on the fence during this hurricane, but we did have a heck of a storm. And it's just a testament to how I prepared for the storm and how we built the fences off the edge of the woods so that we didn't have trees fall on the fence. So I don't know that this is a competition as to who has the most storms, but we had a nasty one. Can you explain sponsors? As a few said, you are becoming more commercial. Michael Bloom. What on earth are you talking about? That's in your head, buddy. That ain't in my head. So just because I put out an awesome, high quality video this morning on the YouTube channel, and it's coming out on Facebook at 11:30. So be ready. Just because I put that out doesn't mean that I'm commercial. What do you think pays for the farm, buddy? What do you think does this? What do you think brings this content to you? It's the travels. It's the work. It's what I put into the social media. This is a social media business as well as a farm. I mean, I don't know. You want me to keep a secret from you? This is a social media. This is what I do. This is what I do for a living. And here lately, for the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've been traveling a lot. So that's it, Michael. Say it and try to explain it to them that you need sponsors. I don't need sponsors. I don't need sponsors at all. The Honda video is not sponsored. I don't know why. I mean, we just did a great job with it. So look at me in my eyeballs. Hang on. Let's turn this camera around here. Look to me in my eyes. I'm building a first generation farm. That's it. That's it. If companies reach out to me and there's a benefit for both of us, then I think it's absolutely necessary that I use that company or they use me. However, we can mutually benefit. This is a farm business, absolutely. So, yeah, if there's some way that I can get some help with things that I need on the farm, I think that it's absolutely a awesome thing. So a guy came up to me in a restaurant the other day and he said, "Are you a Stony Ridge farmer?" I said, yeah, man, I'm Josh. Hey, good to meet you. If you ever see me out in public, guys, by the way, just go, woo, if you're unsure if it's me. And I'll be sure and shake your hand. So he came up and he said, and this is his words, these aren't my words, you are a genius. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you're a genius, man. You found a way to build your first generation farm and show what you're doing and teach people and get the things that you need to build your farm. You found a way to do that where other people would go broke or just not try. So that was a huge compliment. And I think anybody who can appreciate it. And Michael, if you say it, you're saying it, buddy. So I know others have said the same thing, and I'm just answering your question. So are sponsors necessary on the Stony Ridge farm? No. Do they help? Yes, absolutely. What do you think I do for a living here? I'm building a farm and I generate content. So without having companies that I work with or talk with, or taking you guys to places like Ventrac and showing the tours, showing you how the TYM tractors work, going on this little excursion with Honda, going to see Mike with Our Wyoming Life, going to see the Welker brothers at Welker Farms out in Montana. This is all part of the business. It cost me $10,000 to fly and shoot video in Montana. $10,000. Okay, understand that. This is more than you think. So that's it. Michael, you don't need to email me, dude. I don't need it. I don't need it, brother. I've heard it. You're all commercial. I'm out of here. And those people don't support what I'm doing here anyway. So that's it. That's just totally it. You don't need to email me, brother. Nobody needs to email me about that. I get hater comments all the time. It's no big deal. It's just the way it goes when you're out here. So let's wander around and take a look at the cows. You don't need to defend yourself or anything like that. And you don't need to email me. I get it, brother. I get it. And what some people are saying doesn't mean what most people are saying. So that's what we have to learn when we live a life on social media. You know, people have insulted me, the fact that I'm back with Miss Stony Ridge again. And we're spending a lot of time together. We're working it out. And things are awesome. And people get mad about that and pick that apart. So, you know, it's not my business to make everybody happy. It's my business to continue enjoying my life and doing what I'm doing. All right, enough of that. I feel more educated because of Josh, Edwin says. Thanks, man. Yeah, not blaming you, Michael. Don't email me about it, please. This is fine. This is a good enough conversation. We got Tammy here. Tammy is well known for peeing on the pile. So Tammy will climb right up on the hay pile and pee. So Douglas sent stars. Thank you, Douglas. Mark, thank you. Internet gives a platform to miserable people. Patriot Ref. It does at times. But guys, here's the deal. And you know, you've seen hateful and mean comments come across. You know, just they're having no tolerance policy. So when people say mean and hateful and spiteful things, then we try to redirect that to something that might be a little bit better and a little bit nicer. I think we're all grown up and mature enough to know that there are going to be folks that are going to hate you no matter what you do. So there's nothing you can do about it. No matter how good you are, no matter how kind you are. And I'll tell you, everybody that met me at the Honda event knows I'm a real dude. I'm a real person. And we met with Stan the Dirt Monkey. We met with Cody and Mrs. W, Wrangler Star, Capper Farms, Red Tool House, all these guys. We met all those guys, man, and they're all salt of the earth. We're all good people. That's why we're successful at what we do, because we're good people. So Tammy is a coyote fighter. Yes, she is. Absolutely. Everyone is a critic, but few actually do the work, says Philip the Wise. That is wise, Philip. Let the haters hate. That's it. And that's, again, why I started the live stream channel, so you guys could see what's going on in real time here on the farm. And if you like the regularly scheduled videos, you can watch them on the other channels on YouTube. And that's it, man. So, I mean, I don't know of anybody else who's showing you how to make creme brulee one week and then showing you how to replace a wiring harness in a skid steer the next. You tell me somebody that's doing that. Martha Stewart ain't doing that. Oh, goodness. So I have to fix this wire. It's going to drive me crazy. We're going to go over here and shut the fence off real quick. I'm going to set my coffee down, and I've got to fix that fence wire over there. Not enough sun right now on the solar panels to pump. Capper Outdoors is a great channel too. Yep, Philip. Capper's a nice fella. Joe, very nice fella. Okay, grab your coffee, take a slug off of that. Okay. Turn off the electric fence here, which turns off all the electric fence down this way. We're gonna walk back out to the water tank and turn off the electric fence in the other section. This is never open. From here all the way to here is not typically an open space. Right, little cow? We don't want the cows to get in the habit of stepping over the fence. That's why I have to correct this immediately. .216's a cutie. Hey. Hey there, young lady. She'll be bred not next year. I don't think she'll be bred next year. I think she'll be bred the year after next. She was a late arrival. There's Freedom. Okay. Need to hear that cold coming out in me now. I can feel it. We're going to go out here. We're going to unhook this fence real quick. And we're going to address the sagging fence problem. If you missed yesterday's live stream, the tree fell out of the woods right there and right over top of the fence. The cows got out. I had 6 or 7 cows to get out. Susie was one of them. She was the biggest handful, biggest pain in the butt to get back. That tame cow, the one that's your pet, is oftentimes going to be the biggest handful. So I'm taking this loose. I'm just going to lay it on the ground. There's no power on that now. We'll go over here and tighten this fence up. All the cows seem pretty content, don't they? This rain is going to really, really set off the pastures. We're going to start getting some cool season grasses growing here. It's going to really make a difference. We'll give these girls probably another 4 hours on those hay bales over there. And I'll show you what I do to tighten up the fence. It's just so easy. So we give those girls 4 more hours on that hay bale, and then I'll come back up here. So probably 3 o'clock, I'm going to try and muster up the energy to go to the gym because I haven't been exercising, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm sick. We're going to wrap this guy up. Okay, all I'm doing is wrapping that right around that fence post. Maybe one more good wrap. Okay. We're snugged up, we're tight, we're good to go again. These are touching the wire. I'll just take my hands, pull that broom sedge off of there, just like that. And we're good to go. So we're back up, back in business, and the cows will respect that fence. Electro Hacker says, when our cattle get used to it, they luckily had halters. Yeah, we don't do that. 38 hours and no power DL. Oof, man. Sorry to hear that, brother. At least it's not really, really cold outside. Getting chilly in Texas. We're supposed to have temperatures in the 30s next week, which is pretty odd for this time of year for my area of North Carolina. We will have our first frost very soon, which is going to stop this grass growth. These are warm season grasses that you're seeing out here in the pasture, and this is going to put the brakes on that warm season grass growth. Okay. It's not how your cattle system works when everything is good. It's how your cattle system works when everything is bad. That's the real testament to how your system works. The only paddock in the whole farm that a tree fell on happened to be where the cows were. I learned a lesson. They should have been in this paddock or this paddock where they didn't have an opportunity to get a tree on the line. I messed up there and I learned a valuable lesson. So hopefully you guys can learn from my lessons. All right. Well, everybody seems pretty content. Eating good in the neighborhood here. There's 18 again, and everybody is harassing her. Hey, girl. Also had a lot of people fuss at me about this. Here's the deal. Fussing at me about the salt block, about the mineral blocks. I'm going to toss this over here just a little ways out of that mud hole. Mineral block doesn't damage the land. The cows will lick that up, lap it up. Birds are out here pecking at it. They're getting that mineral that they need. Phosphorus is an important mineral, and we're getting ready to work through getting some free choice mineral feeders here on the farm so the cows can choose the mineral that they are lacking the most. And they will pick whatever mineral they need the most. And that will pass through the animal, get on the pastures, and help the pastures to grow more vigorously. DL said, wish you were here to help me unload them slabs. Yes, sir. They're a little heavy, huh? So did you like the Honda enough to order one? Yes, I did. Have I ordered one yet? No. And again, that's not, we were talking about sponsorships earlier. That's just a fun trip that I went on. That's not a sponsored video, guys. That's just fun. Just getting out and having a good time. And I got to visit some of my awesome friends. Mike and Aaron from Our Wyoming Life. That video will be out on the 8th. And the Welker Farms, I think that video comes out a little bit after that. Maybe the 12th. Videos are filmed typically 2 weeks in advance, aside from these live streams. And this is Woolly Bully. Woolly Bully is leaving on the 14th, next Friday. So Woolly Bully goes back to stepdads. Now, Woolly Bully is going to go from stepdads, and probably stepdad is downsizing his herd a little bit. So I'm not sure wherein lies Woolly Bully's fate, but I believe he'll be going to another farm. Nadine says, I love Our Wyoming Life. Awesome. What was your thoughts on Montana? Would you live there? I used to live in Utah. I used to live out west. I was in the Air Force, stationed out that way. So, yeah. Would I leave this? No. Is it a beautiful place to visit? Absolutely. But I'm not. I'm too vested in what I'm doing here on the Stony Ridge and vested in picking up rocks. So this is rock number 2 for the day. Oh, man. Guys, if you're just joining us, the hurricane blew through. We only had one tree go down and went down in the paddock where the cows are, or were at that time. I had a few escapees. I'm a little under the weather. Hadn't been feeling the best, but I'm recovering nicely. I'd love to go to the gym today, get a little workout in. However, I probably won't do that. Just so I don't pass on. I think it's just like an allergy issue. Because I was out here in the high winds mowing and blowing dust all over me the other day. So yeah, Montana's beautiful, man. Absolutely. Let's turn the fence back on. Girls are pretty content this morning. They were fussy earlier this morning, but they're in pretty good shape now. Okay, turn the electric fence back on. Again, the electric fence is a little bit weak right now because we're not getting enough sun to charge the batteries. I can hear it being a little bit weak. Water pumps from here into this tank and then falls via gravity to the rest of the farm, all but one waterer up here that's below the level. Whoopsie, flipped you over. Come on. There we go. That's above or below the level of the water tank up there. So that's a little confusing. Tammy's fussing over there. Have you been able to secure a 400 amp meter base? No. And I'll tell you this, let's just turn the camera around and chit chat a bit. There was a guy on, let's just not name names. There was a guy on a very popular platform that you can order products from online. And he was selling 400 amp meter bases for $1,800 a pop. Nobody in the country can get them right now, and there's a waiting list. So a lot of people bought from this guy and waited and waited and waited, and they never showed up. So a friend of mine who ordered one contacted that company and found out that this fellow might have been running a scam operation and was getting people for their money. So yeah, unfortunately, there are people out there doing that kind of stuff. So I'm just waiting. I just have to hang tight. Power company is going to be running power up. So we'll have everything ready to rock and roll. We just won't have power just yet to the mega shop. Montana winter, way too cold. So yeah, we at the end of the video, and you guys again on Facebook, it'll be up at 11:30 this morning. At the end of the video, we were going to go fly fishing, and we did go fly fishing. It was my first time ever fly fishing, but the wind was blowing 35 to 40 miles an hour. So we couldn't really cast into the river. It was an awesome opportunity to fly fish on the Missouri River. Unbelievable population of trout on that river, but unfortunately, we just weren't able to pull it off. A great blue heron just flew over and is headed over to the pond. That's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get my coffee cup in my pocket so I can use both hands. So in preparation for this afternoon's move, where the cows will go is in this pasture right here, and they're going to go through the working equipment. So let's walk on over together to the working equipment real quick. I'm going to set my coffee cup down so I don't lose it. How many coffee cups are lost on the farm? A lot. A lot of them. You know what? Stick around. We're going to go inside the mega shop too. We'll go ahead in there and I'll show you guys where the electric panel is going to go and everything. Stony Ridge Farmer electrician tip: look for 400 amp meter base with disconnect. I found one a couple months ago. Okay. Well, it's all been ordered. So it's all in the works. Everything's been ordered already. But that's a good point. And you can find them on Facebook Marketplace, but people, they're used, they're all ragged out, and people want a fortune for them. So we're not going to be taken advantage of by some price gouger. That's for sure. All right. So the working equipment. Told you I lose coffee cups. Here's one. Oh, yeah. Case in point, Farmer Strong. Oh, man. Always losing coffee cups. Okay, so the next move for the cows is going to be into this pasture behind me, and then we're going to run them through the working equipment. It's too stressful for me to go live while we're working the cattle. So what I'm going to do in the cattle working video is we're going to work the cows, get them through the chute, and then I'll probably go live. So there probably won't be a live stream tomorrow. It's just too much for me to do. The cows will go out of the working equipment into this tall grass, and then the next day They'll go all the way down across the farm. That's going to be a challenge, and you guys will be right here with me on that challenge. That will be a challenge. We put them in this equipment right here. This is a temporary working pen setup. This is not permanent, and you'll see me build a permanent setup on the regularly scheduled videos for sure. So awesome. I would never use used electrical components. There you go. Exactly. You don't know what you're getting, and you could get something that would arc and be unsafe and be a fire hazard. So we just have to sit tight and wait. That's just the environment we live in, the economy we live in. We're going to go ahead in the mega shop real quick, and I'll show you guys some of the stuff that's going on inside the shop, and I'll show you where we're going to be putting the electric panels. I say where I'm going to be putting the electric panel. Okie doke. Oh, probably going to be regretting not moving the cows right now. Because it's going to be raining this afternoon. I'll have to come out here in the rain and do it. Got the hay spear on the 574, the TYM 574 right there. That tractor was instrumental in getting hay to the cows, and I just carried it right up there. Okay, let's go on in the mega shop here. See if we got any water issues inside here. We checked yesterday, no water issues. This is 112 by 50. Huge building in my perspective. This is all going to be working area for working on vehicles and tractors. This is where our electric panel is going to go. Butcher shop right here. Farm office right here. And storage upstairs. Storage and or more farm office stuff up there. And or barn dominium. I don't know yet. So that's where the panel is going to go, right up against that wall beside that window. And folks wanted an update on the grass in the back here. It's not grass that I planted, and it's not very good soil that I planted it into, but we got enough. You can see little sprigs coming up out there. We got enough on there to hold the soil down, and that's what the goal was right there, to make sure that our soil holds back. That is the Yoda corn. And the Broncos over here. There's all sorts of stuff in this building. Bronco videos coming soon, man. We're going to get that Bronco running where we can move it around, drive it around the farm, and enjoy it a little bit. The fellow that I bought it from was kind enough to let me buy it back from him. I sold it to him. It was my dad's Bronco when we were growing up. So thank goodness he sold it back to me. And we're probably going to do a full restoration as soon as we get done with the Willis Jeep. So awesome. I see you got your ears lowered. Yeah, look. Whoa! I did, man. Shaved the beard. I was looking like Tom Hanks on Castaway. I looked like a homeless dude. We can't have that. We gotta be squared away here. So what are you thinking about walk-in cooler freezer? Kevin, I'm thinking that we probably won't put in a walk-in cooler or freezer. After talking with Mike at Our Wyoming Life, he advised me against it. He said, man, if you're processing beef and you're selling beef, then really all you have to do is go pick up your beef from the processor, get it in the freezer long enough to box it up and ship it out. So you don't need a walk-in cooler and the maintenance and all the expense that goes with that. So I've ordered 2 more freezers, chest freezers. I think they're like 17 cubic feet, and that'll be how I store my beef. We're also in hunting season here on the Stony Ridge Farm, so we got our eyes out for trespassers, and we got to get some venison in the refrigerator or in the freezer. So that's coming too. Gonna be awesome. Big year for acorns. When acorns are doing great, that means the deer are doing great. So it's a huge year for acorns. I may go sit in the deer stand this evening if it's not raining. So good times, guys. Well, thank you all so very much for joining me here on the farm. That's what's going on this morning. Cows are up there. We're going to give them till about 3 o'clock. Let them eat as much of that hay as they possibly will, because whatever they don't eat, I'm going to have to rake out on the land. And we'll move them down here, tomorrow, midday, I'll be working the cattle through the the working chutes. We've got to band a couple calves, and we've got to load up some steers. So it's gonna be a good time. Might bring you guys in there live in the working pens and maybe just show you getting them in there so that I can work them. So no medications, no antibiotics, no steroids, just cows on grass. I can't wait. I can't wait to show you guys some Food Fridays, making some awesome stuff like brisket, meatloaf, all kinds of yummy stuff. Right on. Thanks, guys. Hit that like button on the way out the door, please. Click that share button and share these videos. If anybody left stars or super chats, I'll be sure and go back and thank you. Thank you so much for contributing. We'll see you next time on the Stony Ridge. All right, take care. Woo! Happy Sunday.